Okay, old radio night. It's February the 17th, 2018. Y'all go ahead.
Been a beautiful day. Not too cold, not too hot. I'm running a Pioneer OCI 2995 with FM AM up on lowest CWPA. I'm running a generic shockwave antenna and real heavy coax.
10-4. Hey, Night Ranger, you go ahead to handle it. I gotta do something.
Do something. Okay. The Night Ranger here talking on a absolutely mint condition 1977 Craco CB Deluxe 40 channel. This is the KCB-4020 mobile with a Turner Plus 3 old gray DNA Maverick cruising at about 200 and my homemade wire J-pole. And running my little Radio Shack Micron regulated power supply for the 1970s. So true late 1970s, I guess 1977, 1978 radio, very popular at the time with the Cybernet chassis and the PLL02A chip, which was highly sought after at the time.
Oh, really? Okay, you finish that Night Ranger?
Yeah, go ahead. What you talking on?
I don't know what this thing is. Black and got handles on the back of the radio. I stopped my bull. There's an RCI 2985 Ranger radio. Got two black handles on the front. Got a bunch of doggone knobs on the left, bunch up on the right. Got a bunch of buttons I don't mess with. And if I do it, I might jump channel and knock it down or something. I don't know. I got a DO4 sitting over here with those balls close. Those took it and sticks my mouth down. I might own that too. I ain't gonna say that. That thing might be wrong. People re-listen to it. But I run a high max 2,000 miles 60 feet in the air. I got some beat up cords somewhere around on this radio. I ain't found it yet. And what else? What was it now? Oh, I can't leave my Three Stooges up. There's a bullfrog and two ducks called Crazy Man. We'll be backing out of here. Thank you very much.
All right. Who else we got in there?
755. They call me Slammer. I'm running a Galaxy Saturn base with a D104. Silver Eagle. A Thunderbolt 101. Intron 99 on about a 45-foot tower. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now I'm back quiet. You better not stick with that. That ain't no good. You still mud up. Oh, it sounds like somebody got a problem with the radio that time.
Alright, we got somebody else out there in the background. Who else we got out there?
Oh, dog. That's nice. White Dog's radio. Somebody got a key but no mouth. White Dog, that you right there?
Yes, not 987. I heard you in there. What are you talking on?
Cobra playing a Cobra 139 XLR stock Cobra Custom microphone going into a RF Italy KO503, and then all that's running into an Intron 99 to the base of it. It's about 30 feet off the ground.
Okay, got you in here. And on 21, let's see if 21 made it back. 21, you back?
Yeah, I'm in here. Cobra 2000 and shockwave antenna and a D104 there, Roger.
Yeah, that you just got back from Mike's radio repair, recapped and repaired and all that good stuff.
Yeah, Mike's Radio Repair. He's the best in the world there. All right, I'm back out.
That sounds real good.
Thank you.
Roger, sounds great.
This Bullseye.
Go ahead, Bullseye.
10-4. I'm on a Galaxy DX2547 on a little Aztec static desk mic. Got a Solarcom Max 2000 vertical about 35 foot up and shooting out 4.0 watts power. That's about it for me. Shouting out a wave to everybody.
Sounds real good. Let's give White Dog a call one more time. White Dog, did you make it? No White Dog, at least not yet. Alright, 21, come here and tell us about what you've been working. I know you said you were fighting your beans. Fighting your beans all day. What you been doing outside?
Yeah, I was fighting pork and beans actually, and they were pretty good. And I had the wrong coax hooked up, and a Bullseye had 9 dB on me, and just on a wire laying out in the yard there, 10-4.
He can't be too far away.
Wasn't that so there, a Bullseye?
Yeah, I heard you come back and I didn't recognize you because you was only doing 9 pounds and you usually do 200 on my radio, but yeah, you sounded good and we are pretty close by though.
Yeah. Well, when I went just flat side, I used to have flat and vertical. I had 2 coaxes, of course, and I didn't realize I had the other one hooked up there. It was dark. So anyway, it's all good. I didn't blow up anything. I didn't turn anything on to blow up anything.
Well, you sounding good now.
10-4. Well, those beams are working. It went from like 3 pounds on the vertical side, and when I flipped on there, I got some of them up as high as 35 dB on my radio.
Roger that.
Well, hopefully you got your rotor box back in the house now so you know which direction they're pointing.
Yeah, I got it back in here. I'm looking at it. I'm pointing dead north right now.
Yeah, no more running outside, putting the monkey wrench on the pipe, running around in a circle.
Yeah, well, I had that unicycle out there hooked up to it, but it got so bad and rutted out with the roots coming up out the track that I had to give it up.
Yeah, you had a little donut circle warning the grass around the pipe.
10-4.
Well, I was out looking around in the garden today, and my little yellow daffodils had already come up about a week or so ago, and then looked out. Finally, one of my crocus bloomed. I thought the crocus were going to come up first, but the daffodils beat them to the punch. But finally, one of the little crocus flowers bloomed today.
What color?
Kind of a yellowish orange, more yellow than orange.
10, Roger.
Spring is, even though it's still mid-February, spring is trying to poke its head up here in around the Charleston, South Carolina area.
You're going to make Crazy Man jealous because he wants his elephant ears to be coming up.
I got a couple of those too, but they're just right now, they're just a great big fat bulb sitting in the dirt.
Well, I'm getting covered with green pollen, so that started.
Yeah, I did notice a little pollen on the car yesterday.
I got some pine trees around me, so I always get a lot of it.
There's mostly cottonwoods around here and a few nut trees around. There there's one of the trees in the backyard that's got some little teeny weeny, it looks like white blooms on it. I don't know what it is. It's not a Bradford pear or anything like that. The pear tree hasn't bloomed yet, but there's something back there in the woods with little teeny weeny white flowers on it.
How about that wizard of that Fireball? Any of them out there?
I ain't heard none of them about that 21.
I'll be right back. I think the beagle wants to go outside.
Roger.
21 people got balls sometimes, you know.
No, I know it.
Customers just called and said they'll be here in 10 minutes to drop off some equipment.
Oh, what kind? Oh, are they dropping off something?
Yeah, some guy's got some antique motors he's restoring. He wants me to get them running, some real antique ones. Motors that used to go on the washing machines years ago.
Oh yeah, that's something else. Those one-lungers, man. Are they hit and miss?
Yeah, hit and miss. That's what they do. Up, 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 up. That's all they do. They ain't got no speed to them. That's the speed.
They got a foot crank on them to crank them.
So most of them did, or they got a hand crank too. And it's just like the old cars, how the cars used to crank years ago.
I hear you. Yeah, if I ever run across one of those regular hit and miss engines, like it's on a little train track looking, dolly looking thing, I want to grab it.
Yeah, that was the wash machine motors. Before they had the electricity motors, that's what they used. And it was perfect because it could do other things too. They could use it for the spin barrels, they could use it for the sewing machines and all kind of other things they used it for.
Oh yeah, pump water. Man, they were ingenious on how they how they hooked up belts and all kind of stuff to those things. Man, did all kind of stuff with it. You know, you think about how hard it was just to get something done back then. It took you like 2 days to do something we can do now in 30 minutes.
That's correct. That is correct. Yeah, this is true. But I'll definitely, if you don't see them, I'll get you the pictures of them.
410. "987, come on in there." I know, but look, go ahead and tell us about what's going on there.
Oh, I'm so quiet now.
Yeah, Crazy Man's lonesome over there.
Got some family stuff going on.
10, Roger. Well, your dad's got a bad heart or something?
Reason it's under doctor's watch right now is my blood pressure has been spiking a lot, and the doctors right now are trying to get it under control. And from what they said too, if it spikes over a certain limit and all, it could be fatal. And then my grandma on my mom's side, she's been having kidney/liver issues going on. And come to find out on that, that's pretty much going to be going on the rest of her life and all. You know, she's about 80, 81, 82, something like that. Basically, she's going to have them the rest of her life now.
Right. Well, I feel sorry for them, you know, and I hope they get feeling better. I know about high blood pressure.
Yeah, from what the doctor was telling my mom about, that where they reaches to a certain point and all, it can end up fatal.
Oh yeah, you can rupture a blood vessel in your head.
So they're just trying to get him straightened out and all, and hopefully
Yeah, where's he at now?
Up in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit of a drive.
Right.
Between 22 and 24-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, did he still work?
Yes, sir.
Careful. Well, 1940 knows about that kind of stuff there, Roger.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, I had a young man stop by the house here the other day. He used to cut grass for me. He works for the railroad now. And he told me that his doctor said that he had high blood pressure and he had to take medicine for it. I took his blood pressure where at the house myself, scared me to death. I took it about 3 times. If it had stayed where it was the first time I took it, I would have sent him directly to the emergency room. The bottom number was over 100.
Wow. Yeah, you definitely got all kind of organ damage there, mainly kidneys and ruptured blood vessels, you know. Kidney, you get you at a high blood pressure, will tear them up.
10-4. When you start having any major system fails, you start getting in trouble real quick.
Yeah. So what do you do? Go to the doctor?
Well, I told him that he needed to go back to his doctor that had him on the medication and tell him what was going on. And I also tried to scare him to death, asked him whether to go bury him if he didn't.
Then Roger. Well, does he still work for the railroad?
10-4, but he's moved back here. He was up in Kentucky for a while. He used to cut the grass for me when he was younger, but he's married and got a couple of kids, and you know, he's in the prime of his life, and that's something that he's let himself get a little bit overweight, but not that much. But it must be genetic in his family somewhere.
Well, he ought to have pretty good medical insurance, being he works for the railroad.
Therefore, I hope so, because if he doesn't get that thing under control, he could be in trouble quick.
Yeah, mine has gradually increased over the years. I used to run a lot every day, sometimes maybe 5 miles a day, no less than 2 miles every day most of the time. And when I was in my 30s up till about, I guess, 38, something like that, maybe 40, I quit. My legs started bothering me a lot, and I just didn't find the time, didn't feel like doing it anymore, so my weight started gaining a little bit. I'm not really overweight according to the BMI index. I am, but it's not. It's just the way I'm, how I am. But I have to take 1 pill a day. It's I guess something to eliminate water. That's all it is. It's nothing major.
Yeah, of course, they just got you on a diuretic, and that's not all that bad.
10-4. Yeah, well, stress has a lot to do with it for me, and you know, different things. I don't smoke or drink or anything like that, so that helps out a little bit. And but anyway, I got to keep a constant watch on what I eat, and you know, the salt. I don't like to eat a lot of sweet stuff, I like potatoes now. I mean, I could live on potatoes. I think that I was at maybe my past life. I was an Irishman that died during the potato famine.
That's what I was thinking when you started talking about that. I have the craving for potatoes too. That's the reason I remembered that.
Yeah, my daughter told me the name of that daggum thing just a little while ago, and I done forgot it. But I'll find out again, and I'll text you about it. It wasn't frozen, although I did have some that was. This one here, we had it at their house, and it's in the refrigerated section, and it's a guy's name. Seemed like starts with a B, but I'll find out again. I didn't write it down, and they came to pick up my grandson, and everybody was hooting and hollering and you know, having a good time, and I forgot what it was.
Careful, don't worry about it. I bought something that's the same way. It was refrigerated, so I may have the same thing that you were talking about. But you know, that's no big deal. I just was thinking about it when I was going to the grocery store.
Yeah. Well, my wife has this one that she's found, and I got to find out what it is, because some of those instant potatoes, they taste like they have that instant potato taste, you know what I mean? And she was getting that kind for a while, and it's like a better value and all. I said, don't get that. We don't need to buy that better value junk, you know. Get a little better one, you know. And so she quit trying to get best value. Now, I get that sometimes for some things, but you know, I try to get something a little bit better if I can. Let's see, but it comes in these little packages, about maybe 8 by 6 by 8 foil or plastic packages with all the advertisement on it. And those are really good. I'll have to find out. One of them has got some garlic and cheese in it. I like them.
Well, I could guess. They did have some of that side beside what I got. I got just the regular one first because I hadn't tried it before, but I'm gonna try that because I like potatoes, just baked potato and butter or sour cream.
Oh yeah, man, that's what we grew up on there, you know. Shoot, it's talking about, oh, I don't eat it, man. I eat the whole thing, skin and all, you know. Shoot.
Yeah, full skin is where all the vitamins and all are.
Yeah, that's see some people that have it all hollowed out, and they'll just barely like take a spoon and drag it to the center, and that's it. And they leave the other thing sitting over there, and I'm thinking, man, you know, you're wasting all that potatoes over there.
That's right. Well, let me back off here a little bit. I don't want to hog the channel.
Yeah, bigger. I'm only kidding, 1940. Hello.
What you up to, crazy?
I was trying to aggravate somebody. I was doing a good job on that slam over there in North Dallas. That one always kind of slammed his head in the ground.
Careful.
How you been doing? You doing all right? You chasing them women yet?
Well, I don't run too fast anymore.
Oh, you can make them slow down a little bit and make them be a slower walking than you is there.
Careful. Unfortunately, I've reached the age when they look at me, they just want money.
You got that right. I ain't got no money to give them. Shoot. You know, hiding my money from all these women, I want to have money to fix my truck all the time.
I can understand that.
You ain't aggravating nobody's nerve. See that 1940? That's the one I like to aggravate. I always go there. I don't know why I go there. I love to aggravate you. You don't aggravate me in 1940. 1940, you can't hear him, can you? You can hear me talking, not him. I'd have my key on it. Slam was sitting back.
Is 1940 your model? I heard Slammer in there.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm just sitting there waving, Roger.
10-4, 10-4. Things going good for you?
Everything is wonderful on this side. How about yourself, sir?
10-4. When you get my age, anytime you get up in the morning, it's a good day.
I understand that completely. All right, you're sounding good over here in North Charleston side. Slammer standing by.
10-4, appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah, old crazy man got his wings clipped over there by those old biddies watching Oprah and Jerry Springer.
Who, what?
I said crazy man got his wings clipped by those old biddies watching Oprah and Jerry Springer.
I hear you. Well, I got the box on. I had to break the damn bubbles.
Break channel.
Go ahead. 987.
I got someone here on the landline that would like to say hello and thank you for all the prayers.
What did he say? Yeah, no problem there, 97.
I'm going to go put on my line for you here, so I'll let her say hi to everybody here. Go ahead and say hi, Mama.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for all the prayers for my husband. God bless you and be well out there.
Yeah, right back to you, ma'am. I hope everything works out for y'all.
Roger, Roger.
Roger D. Hello, Crazy. I'm passing through Crazy.
Hello.
Not so fast. Slammer's waving.
Hello there, Stormy 21 waving.
Hey, Crazy. I'm passing through. And I'm getting on back down to the bowl, Crazy. I'm going. How's that storm? You take care. Have a go. And that 21 out there, say, he's waving his hand at you too, that storm. Be cut man, Crazy. Hey, Crazy, the whole time. Be cut man, I'm going.
Oh, cut man, all right.
Sorry, I didn't know. Sorry about that. Next time you see me, you can slap me. I might do it too much. Leave that alone. All right, you take care. Have a go now. I ain't gonna slap you because you might like it. No doubt about it. All right, good time, Gary. Y'all take care. I'm going back down to the bowl. I'm done. Report that.
All right, Sam. Hey, I thought you was Storm there for a minute there, blasting up in my radio. Haven't talked to you in a long time. Have a good one, hey. Kakalaki Sam, 021. We gone. Oh, I know what you mean, man. Them honeydews just keep on getting, and while you're doing another, and you might be looking around trying to find another in there. All right, man, have a good one. Cut man, hey, 21, back out.
Have a best day. Hey, 21, y'all have a best one. I'll see you.
Hey, Fireball, did you make it out there?
Yeah, I'm in there.
All right, man. Come on in there and hey, show, hey, tell us what you're working with there, Break.
I got a Union mobile here, running barefoot on an Antron 99, about 20 foot off the ground.
Great day, man. You buried my needle over here. I'm kidding you.
Hey, Fireball. How's it going? Okay, I got some family stuff going on. And everybody knew, I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you very much, you know. And my mom, I really appreciate it too. Yeah, I heard a little bit about what she was saying there. I'm sorry to hear your problems. That's, sad situation
Hey, there's somebody way out there that was trying to come in when you were talking there, 987. Did you hear him?
Negatory.
Might have been Skip Land. All right, I'm back out.
I hear something in there now.
Hey, Swamp Fox, I got you there, Roger. Yeah, hey, Swamp Fox, that's Fireball over there. He's over there on the river there, at the Stowe River. All right, let me stand by. You up there in Fairfield, there, Fairfax?
I thought it was Swamp Fox. I believe I thought it was you a little bit last night. How about it?
You go there, big radio. I got you in there. Is this Fireball?
Roger. Yeah, this is Fireball. We talked a little bit last night, I believe. Halfway down on it now, and some of it I don't totally understand. So anyway, I'm doing best I can. I appreciate it, though. I'm halfway between the two, right on the bank of the Stowe River. I'm on the Carolina County side, right on the river. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I got I kind of a new rig here. I was teasing a little bit about running the unit in mobile, but anyway, I think what's helping me get out is my new antenna. So I'm gonna give the antenna the credit there, Roddy.
If I heard you say you were talking on an Amtron 99.
Yeah, well, I was kidding about that too. It's a super penetrator, ground plane.
Penetrator, yeah, I'm just talking on the IMAX 2000. I'm leaving those antennas there. I got about 4 of them.
I used to have one of those, and I used it for quite a while. It got out good. I thought all kind of DX and whatnot with it, but I switched to a different one. The only problem I had, it wasn't very high up in the air, and it gave me some RF back in my house there, and messed with my stuff a little bit.
Yeah, I'm probably killing my neighbors right now, but I'm going to talk there. I hate it for them there, but I'll make it up to them.
Yeah, I found that ground plane with the radios on it does a lot better job of keeping the RF out of the house. Let me take a stood by and see what the dog situation is here.
Hey, Swamp Fox, glad to hear you in there, man. Yeah, I tried to bump it up a little bit so you could hear me a little bit better. All right, man. Hey, I'm waving a hand. I appreciate you, commenting on that video gate. I got you on this one, too, for real. All right, I'm back out.
All right, then, Mr. 21, yeah, I'm going to get off here because I got some lower back pain going on there. I'm going to get off.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, one was the wind-up top, the wind-up top ones, and then one of them is 64 braids.
10 Roger. Okay there, Swamp Fox. Okay. I got you. All right, we'll do it again. Hold on there, 755. All right, there. I'm standing by.
Good talking to you on Swamp Fox. We're going to be back quiet over in this Little County, no doubt.
Y'all couldn't anybody else hear him out there?
Yeah, I can hear him. I don't know if you can hear me on this undermodulated stock Creco, but I can hear him.
Swamp Fox, you in there?
Hey, Swamp Fox, I got you a little bit over here.
How about it, Swamp Fox? Hello, Swamp Fox here, Night Ranger, over here around Monk's Corner.
Hey, Swamp Fox.
Go ahead, 21. Go ahead,
Yeah, Night Ranger was hollering for you, and 987 was hollering for you, so I'm going to stand by.
Hey, what about it, Swamp Fox? I think you dropped down on me because I didn't even hear it come back to you, 21, but I'll try again. How about it, Swamp Fox, you had a copy on Night Ranger over here around Monk's Corner?
Okay, he couldn't hear me. He's dropping down. 987, you better try him before he gets out of there.
How about the Swamp Fox? How about the Swamp Fox? You got a copy on 987 over here on John's Island? How about the Swamp Fox? You got a copy on 987 over here on John's Island?
Swamp Fox 97 calling you from John's Island.
Who's up there with Swamp Fox?
He dropped down on me. He's barely moving the needle now.
Who's up 97?
Yeah, he's over there calling you.
How about the Swamp Fox? I got the Swamp Fox has no copy on it.
He's going up and down over here. Sometimes I can hear him and sometimes I can't.
Relaying a message. 97's calling you from John's Island.
I can tell he's talking to you, but I can't hear what he's saying now. I appreciate it, Bill.
You got a copy on that 97?
Barely. I have to have my preamp on. I can hear it. I can still hear him a little bit with my preamp off, but it's still, he's starting to go down on me too.
He could tell you was talking, but he couldn't hear you through the static there. He said he could tell you're talking, but he didn't have a copy. But especially at Walmart, I'll stand by. Just 10-5.
Hey, Fishhead, get in there and tell us what you're talking on, man.
Oh, we got a little vomit dog over there on the desk and a 2547 and what do they call this, a Super Eagle with a 25 dB pad.
Yeah, I tell you what, that 25 dB pad, you know, really works great. That red light, when he was cutting his on, I got one on this one, but I got it deactivated because I don't know if it's off or on. It's been so long time ago. I needed to switch because those switches go bad, so I used it for one of the sound tones there. But anyway, you sounding good there, Roger.
I'm waving a hand to you,
That's 25 dB on. I don't know what they did to it. That's what it is in the on position.
It's sounding good over here. I hope everything's going good on your end.
All right, Fishhead, let me stand by. 987 was talking part of the time you were talking there. I'm back out.
Go ahead, 97.
Hey, Fisher, it's good hearing you. It's been a long time since I heard you. It's been a little bit on the quiet side, but got some family stuff going on over here. Anyways, man, it's good hearing you. Arena's sounding good over here, and hope everything's going good on your end.
97, are you ZOB?
Say again?
Is your other handle ZOB?
Negatory.
There's another guy out there, Zulu or Oscar Bravo, out there from the island somewhere. I'll fish in, stand by, and you'll get back at it.
Alright, man. I hope everything's going good on your end. Take care and God bless. Good hearing you.
Yeah, Roger. Hey, Spider-Man must have been messing with your volume, mic gain. Hey, Mr. T. No, it's too high.
It was too far up.
Okay, yeah, I got to check back down now.
Okay, that's real good. Yeah, man. Hey, tell us what you're talking on.
still got the old Galaxy 2517 here. Put the old Eagle back in line a little while ago. I'm a Silver Eagle tonight, not on a hand light like I normally am. Of course, I got the door slammed shut with a lock on it, and so they ain't busting in here and carrying on. And I'm throwing some juice out there to the old penetrator. Here. Still working, the old thing's still kicking, I'm surprised.
10-4, yeah, it's kicking out there. Well, good to hear you, man. Hope everything's going good. I'm going to get on the side.
Roger. Yeah, they're keeping us busy at the shop. We're down 3 mechanics over there, so we're staying busy over there and everything, but things are going good. Can't complain.
410.
Hey, Mr.T, waving in.
Eliminator, that 987's waving a hand.
I thought I heard him in there. 21, he's kind of blending into my background. I can tell he's there, but I cannot hear what he's saying. I'll leave a hand right back at him, but I've got 3 pounds of hash in here, so if they don't break that 3 pounds of hash, it's hard for me to hear anybody.
Roger.
10-4, Mr. T, 10-4. Sounding good over here, sounding good. Waving my hand at you, man. Hope everything's going good on that. Good hearing you.
I think we got a plane going between us again, 987. Your signal is going back and forth between a 2 and a 4. I'm probably doing the same thing on you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are.
Got those big cargo planes going out of the airport over there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. That's probably what's doing it.
Well, that's what I used to have with Crazy Cooter. He'd be in there talking, and his signal would start waving, and then he'd say, "Oh, there's another plane's passing overhead." And I just got to, he would do it every time with him.
And boy, that's something you and I are going to have to get used to.
Yeah. Well, those freaking cargo planes, I forgot the number of those planes, but whatever they are, they look like a damn building flying overhead. They're so big.
Yeah, especially when they're flying low, too.
It does. I mean, that thing's as big as a building turned sideways. They just took a big warehouse and put wings on it.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Well, you know, they used to have that Russian plane there for a while coming in. That big giant Russian plane, cargo plane, you know, had all those wheels hanging down. That was a big, gigantic thing. I forgot what they were doing, taking stuff over to Afghanistan or Iraq or somewhere, I don't know. But, and now they, every once in a while you still see that one Boeing has, that big old plane that's got the big old pregnant top on it that's carrying another plane fuselage inside of it.
It looks like a bottlenose dolphin with wings.
Yep, yep.
Flying in as it flips up.
I wonder what kind that is.
I think it's a double. Yeah, I think it's a two-story, plane. I think on the inside it's actually got 2 stories.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder who made. I guess Boeing made it.
I don't know, but yeah, it definitely looks different. Still, of all the planes, I used to work right there behind it, the airport for like 6-7 years, and I got to see all the different planes coming in and out. But the coolest one that came in, I only saw once, it was for an air show, was one day they had an F-22 Raptor came buzzing in there for the air show, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, y'all, maybe 1940 might know, but I don't think anybody else, if you ever seen the flying boxcar. You remember that one there, 1940?
10-4, I sure do, with 2 tails.
Yeah, they used to have them flying over when I was little. That thing was weird. They had one up there for a while, sitting up there by the on the air base up there by the C5A thing over there where they redid the engines for C5As, and it was sitting back over that side over there. But they turned that thing at that building into a spray paint booth for planes over there, the C-5A thing. But that flying boxcar, that was a weird looking thing.
10-4. I remember when the C-5 first came to Charleston, Mendel Rivers was there to greet it, and one of the wheels came off when it landed, and Mendel was giving a speech, and somebody asked him, well, what are you going to do about that wheel? He said, that's why they put so many on that.
Shit.
I saw a couple of, what is it, the Osprey, the one that's like half plane, half helicopter. You know, the blade, the propeller can turn up. I think, is that the Osprey? I know a couple of people got killed when they were trying to get that thing worked out where it finally fly.
Yeah, the Marines use that.
I've seen a couple of those coming in out of there. Not a lot, but a few.
Yeah, another one that was weird was that one with that radar dome on it, you know, that they still have them, but back years ago they had, you know, but I think the most beautifulest plane, beautifulest, I'll have to correct my English there. Anyway, the very beautiful plane was the Connie Constellation, Lockheed Constellation. I think that was one of the most prettiest planes I've ever seen.
I'd have to look that one up. I remember out in Phoenix, I saw that freaking flying wing come in. Is that the B-52 bomber? That's still wing. It's nothing but a big wing. I never saw one come into Charleston when I was over there, but I did see one. There was an air show in Scottsdale, Arizona when I was living in Phoenix, and I was driving down Bell Road, North Phoenix, and I thought at first it was a big kite flying across there. I said, well, a big freaking delta wing-like kite coming across the road. And then I realized it was a lot, you know, it wasn't a kite, it was that damn plane out there banking for the air show. It was a big black flying wing.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, actually, I forgot the guy's name. Horton in Nazi Germany is actually the one that started building that plane near the end of World War II, and it was a jet-powered, it was a smaller plane. It wasn't as big. It's like a regular size plane, you know, fighter, and it never did really. There's some of them. I think it's got Smithsonian's got one of them, and then I think his name was Norton or one of those guys. He came up with the one that had all those propellers on the back that looked like the B-1 bomber, and but it never did. He tried. They were going to put jets on it, but that's the exact same design they used on that new plane probably 50 years later, 60 years later, that he came up with.
Yeah, another one that's pretty cool to watch, and I've never seen one in person. It's a Russian plane. I think it's the Su-37. It's got the forward swept wings on it. I've seen videos of it, and there's one of them in one of the video games. I used to play the PlayStation 2 video game, a real good one called Ace Combat 4. So I got to fly it on the video game, but anyway, it's got a Su-37 or 37A, and it's got forward swept wings.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, they've still got propeller planes, a lot of them, you know. Well, the United States, you know, do too. You can't beat a propeller plane for certain things. They don't get eat up with sand and stuff like the jets sucking up all that sand, you know. And they can fly at a slower speed. But there is a plane that looks like the C-17? Yeah. That I really think is a beautiful plane. I like the way it sounds and looks. They've got a propeller version of that thing. It's a smaller looking plane. I don't know the number of it or whatever. And they use it a lot too on shorter runways and whatnot. They got all kind of stuff. That Russian stuff, they had a plane that looked like the Concorde. I saw the Concorde one time fly over the top of a building I was working on. But they got one that Russians had one. That was an evil-looking thing. I swear that it had a lot of problems, you know, just like the Concorde did.
Of all the planes that I've seen come out of that airport down there in Charleston, there was one that was extremely loud, and it was like a 50s or 60s looking plane. And just one jet engine, and the jet engine was inside the body of the plane, and it had the hole for the jet on the back of the plane behind the tail. And it wasn't that big a plane, but that was the loudest damn thing. I don't know if there was something wrong with it or not, but I mean, I was standing outside with my hands over my ears, and that plane came in. And I mean, they got this great big cargo plane coming out of there, not that loud. Whatever that damn little 50, 60 looking jet was with the freaking hole in the back behind the tail where the jet engine was, that was the loudest damn plane I think I ever heard.
Might have been a Super Sabre. They had those copies of the MiG that had that hole in the front, you know, and they captured one of those and they copied it. I think I used to know all those planes there. You know, when I was younger, kept up with them, but 1940 might know the name of that plane.
I don't know if I know the name of that one, but the one that really stands out to me, and we didn't know, well, it wasn't public that we had it until they retired it, and that was the SR-71 Blackbird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now they've replaced it with, they think they've replaced it with a plane called the Aurora.
But do you know that thing when it wasn't flying, that it leaked oil?
At least that test pilot retired from the Navy. It was a friend of mine told me it's going on with it now.
Yeah, you know that thing when it was not running and it cooled down, it would leak oil all over the place. But it was made out of titanium, I think. And when it got to supersonic speed, that metal would heat up and it'd stretch, and it would seal all back up again. They couldn't make it tight because it wouldn't work right. So that's what they said, that when it was not running, it'd leak oil and all kind of stuff.
Info, that was what I understand also. The funny part is, though, is that we got the titanium from Russia.
Yeah. To spy on them, you know.
Yeah, now we're selling them our uranium, and the Clinton Foundation getting paid off for it.
10-4. Well, I'm gonna stand by, let somebody else get in there. Crazy man, tell us something.
Hey, what are you chewing on, Apple?
You chewing on something?
Hey, crazy man, that don't sound like a Twinkie. Oh, I got it. Them crackers. Wrong. Chips. Oh, did it? Oh, them you in the Kindle? You got a mouthful. Come on, tell me. No eating them wood sticks over here. Yeah, tell me what you think of them Kindles when you get into them. What's a Kindle? What's that? That's the type of chips on the table. What table? I didn't see you drinking when I seen it. It's on your table. Yeah, I ain't seen the table yet. Well, you ain't turn around. No. As I get warmed up over here, that damn tailgate in the back of that truck was a little wet. I know, man. My ass got a little wet too, man. That shit was so. That kind of chips that's done now, that's good now. They ain't got all that dang on loaded down salt. Oh, the one in the white bag? I don't know what color that is. White, black, orange. Might be, I don't know, ain't no pink on it. Oh, that's Kindle, man. You got all that grease and shit in there, man. That'd be perfect. Yeah, if you like them, man, I'll get you some more. Yeah, that saved me a whole lot of money. Them damn things, $3.59, 69 cents a pound. I mean, back, damn. Good, I'll bring you some more when you get in. Sit down and chop. Maybe knows I got something stuck in my mouth and it's tipping. That's pretty good, chewing it up with no damn teeth on top of it. I know, man. It sounds like you were chewing no celery or something.
You gumming them?
I gumming the heck out of it. Just one woman said, "You ain't got no top teeth?" I said, "No. I got 4, 5 hard ones on the bottom. They'll be too long after that." Look, I had them pulled. She said, "What you do about chewing, Miss O?" "Well, I can't chew. I can so suck it out of it."
Yeah, nasty.
That woman turned around, her face turned red as a doggone break like. You never can tell what I might say on this radio. There wasn't. I ain't saying that bad. Depends on what y'all thinking.
Well, if you really want to have the trash talk, you go to 19th.
My hallelujah.
Yeah, the only time I ever go to 19 is when I'm out on the interstate and there's an accident or something. I'm looking for a way to get around it.
Damn fool.
Of course, a lot of them now, they got those little, whatever those apps on their phones that automatically, or, reroute the traffic if it detects a slowdown.
The last person told me how I'm going to get around that traffic. They got me end up over there at the Goose Creek damn police station. What do I want to do over here?
I tell you what, I got so sick I-26 getting backed up that I finally just started going up 176. The 26, it just gets backed up too much, especially on a holiday weekend. All backed up trying to get on I-95.
Now that route can get over there on 165. They're getting bad.
I tell you what was the worst day, when I used to live up in Durham, North Carolina, and I tried to drive down to my parents' house in Rock Hill. Oh my gosh, Thanksgiving weekend was the worst, where I-85 and I-40 come together. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about a damn parking lot trying to get through there on Thanksgiving weekend.
That's why I keep my behind home.
But going at 176, unless we have a flood, 176, the traffic's real easy. Every now and again, they'll get backed up on 26. Something will happen, they'll reroute the traffic on 176. But that is so much nicer drive than trying to get through all the backup. It's usually some wreck for no apparent reason on 26, or either that, or like I said, backed up trying to get on 95 because there's something messed up on I-95. So I just take 176 all the way up to the 119 right before you hit Columbia, and then I still have to get on 26 for about 3 or 4 miles to cut over to I-77.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that. I didn't leave last year, the year before that, me and my sister hauled ass and got in that traffic. Now, if you get on that interstate westbound, you can't get back off and get back on. Ain't no way to reach out there. Got all the way up there on the side of 95. So we got to go to the right there and hit 77. I said, where the hell is 77 going to? They wasn't spreading it, told me. I'm going to get my ass on up the road there. Okay. My sister took off. Put it way out the damn territory where you have to go.
The only thing you got to watch out for on 176 is Holly Hill and Cameron. Police are, if you're going more than 35, they'll jump on you. So you got to slow down to get through those two little towns.
I know you right.
Hey, 987, I was sitting there watching Crazy Man signaling. It started going up and down, and I listened. I could hear a plane flying overhead here, so it was doing the same thing to him, too.
Oh, yeah.